Hello, all. Shannon here again. Today I'm going to talk about survey units and conversion of survey units. The first off, let's take a look at the handout I provided you. Okay, here's the handout I provided, and first on the list you see length or lineal measurements and English units. You have feet, inches, yards, rods, change, miles. Hopefully by this time everybody knows what a foot is and what 12 inches is. As a surveyor, you're going to see feet a lot, and it's going to be decimal feet, meaning that there are 1 foot is divided into 10 units, which are tenths, and each tenth is divided into 10 units, which is called a hundredth. So it is nothing in surveying to see a unit as 25.26 feet, which means 25 feet, 2 tenths, and 6/100ths of a foot. Um, you will occasionally see rods. Rods is generally used in legal descriptions and more of an older type, historical type unit. Same thing goes for chains. But as you enter the PLSS portion of your studies, you'll see that chains are used primarily. That's just the way it was back then, and we'll discuss it later as we get into some more of the conversions, why chains were so well used. Also, we see meters, the metric system, meters, centimeters, decimeters, hectometers, kilometers, all that kind of good stuff. There was a push a while back for the Montana Department of Transportation to move to the metric system as far as units of measure, but that really hasn't taken off, and they are kind of moving back towards the English unit of measurements. Next, we have the metric units of area. We got square meters, hectares, square kilometers, and so on and so forth. Again, there are the conversions. We'll go through those in a little bit. Not a lot of use in surveying in metric area units, but it's always good to know it and learn from it. Next, we see volume. Volume, as I mentioned before, is another one where we have the cubic yard. A lot of times used in measuring of earthwork and earthwork quantities. So again, there's the conversions to and from metric. And you're starting to kind of see mass. We don't use a lot of mass as surveyors, but again, it's always good to know what it is. Um, Next, we're going to angular measurements. This is another big one. Surveyors measure most everything referencing to an angle of some kind. So we see a lot of degrees, minutes, seconds. Degrees, minutes, seconds is primarily what you will see. Occasionally, you'll see a little bit of decimal degrees, which is the degree broken up into infinite number of divisions, whereas degrees, minutes, seconds, 1 degree has 60 minutes, 1 minute has 60 seconds, just like on the clock. So also you may see radians, you may also see mils, you may also see gradients. It's all there, but most of the time you see degrees, minutes, seconds. Temperature, believe it or not, you do see that too. So it's good to know whether you're in Celsius or Fahrenheit and how to convert between the two. It's just kind of the way it goes. The same thing goes for pressure. You do occasionally see pressure in surveying projects. It depends on your total station and that kind of thing, but we will get all into that a lot later. Now we're going to go over some conversions. Here are a couple quick lineal conversions. Okay, so we have 725 inches divided by 12 gives us 60.416 feet. Now divide that by 3.2808, and that gives us 18.415 meters. Now I'd like to cover some angular conversions. We have 26 degrees, 17 minutes, 38 seconds. Now we're going to convert that to decimal degrees. Now we have 26.29388 degrees in the decimal format. Now we're going to convert 56.788923 degrees to a degrees, minutes, seconds format. Now we have 56 degrees, 47 minutes, 20 seconds. These calculations are all easily done in your calculators, and I highly advise you figure out how to do that because you will see this again on a test someplace. But again, look at your calculators and figure out how to do this. Okay, at this point, let's go ahead and watch the YouTube video of bearings and azimuths.